This summer solstice brings the launch of Synchronicity University. So excited about finally presenting you guys with a free, online, fully accessible data bank of astrology classes. You can watch lessons right now at synchronicityuniversity.com and of course my YouTube channel, nadiyashah.com. Hello, fabulous Libra. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of July 2015, Love Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. This month is such an important month for you in the context of love. It starts right out of the gate, but really emphasizes for you as the month comes to a close and as we progress further into the summer. There are a few reasons for that. First, at the start of the month, your ruling planet, Venus, goddess of love, is meeting Jupiter in the sky, magnifying her energies, allowing you to feel blessed, expansive, purposeful, and just feeling a real sense that life and the universe is with you and on your side. That includes in matters of the heart. But it really is towards the very end of the month that it becomes more about romance. It becomes more about romantic love. And that really is thanks to a full moon that's happening at the very end of the month. Now, this full moon is happening in a part of the sky for you that has to do with romance. It has to do with the feelings that love provides, the butterflies in your stomach. And there's a real sense with this particular full moon, with Venus standing still and newly retrograde at this particular full moon, that passions are very heightened around this time. Now, I will say this is a full moon in an air sign. Air signs not, I know you're an air sign, but you know, and especially it's a full moon in Aquarius, that's not necessarily the most passionate energy you're gonna have. Added the fact that we've got Mercury standing across this full moon as well. Again, not the most passionate energy you're ever gonna feel, but that really becomes offset by Venus. And because Venus standing still, newly retrograde, she is considered at her most potent, her most passionate at that time. That really helps you to tap into the romantic potential with that much more passion to it. Those of you in an established bond, this becomes about romance. This becomes about if you want to have children or not. And there's set to be a key conversation about that. It looks to be very, you know, I have to say, yes, it's matters of heart that are leading you to have the conversation, but ultimately it looks like it's almost like a check and balances. There's a detachment to the decision, which actually can work very much to your advantage in terms of whether or not you do want to have either more kids or you want to have children. And so these are matters that may be playing out in the context of a committed relationship. But also, I do think in the context of a committed relationship, there is going to be a discussion around and a desire to have those sort of like romantic, meaningful heart-to-heart connections. And how is it that we can actually do that? There might have been a little bit of too much routine set in as of late, and there's going to be a real genuine desire to sort of overcome that, or at least move beyond that and reconnect to the romance that brought the two of you together, to nurture that and to grow that part of the relationship. And those of you who are dating somebody, I want to say, you know, I see Mercury standing across this particular full moon, and it suggests to me that there will be a conversation. The conversation will probably leave you with more questions than answers. But it does look like this is going to be part of introducing you to what some of the themes of this Venus retrograde are going to be about for you. So be open to that prospect, to that possibility, because I do think that there is a larger story playing out here, but it is going to be this full moon that sort of initiates that understanding. You might get a little glimpse of it at the very beginning of the month, but it is going to be as we're finishing the month and the very beginning of next month as well. These are the days that the second full moon is going to play out, which will say something to you about what, at the very least, what questions are there, right? What questions do you have that still need answers? This is the type of thing that's going to arise for you. And then as we move towards those who are open to meeting somebody new, this full moon seems to be working especially well for those open to meeting somebody new. It's about getting your flirt on. I think that there might be some crossed signals, like what you think is flirting is not what the other person thinks and vice versa. The other person just might say something that makes you go, okay, is that supposed to be flirty? That leaves you sort of questioning that as well. But for all that, it does look like the universe is essentially reminding you that you do have options. Now, we do have that Venus, as I mentioned, in the year ahead horoscope for your sign. We have Venus standing still in the sky, prepare, and then going backwards. I actually think that it may be, especially at the beginning of the month, that you start thinking of a friend as possibly being more. And then it looks like in the second part of the month, you kind of change your mind and say, no, don't, that wouldn't work. That's okay. And then because of this full moon, developments around it, it does look like once we get you into next month, you might even reconsider that choice and say to yourself, you know what, maybe that friend might not be a bad idea. So these are some of the lessons and considerations that might be coming up for you as you navigate this month with your ruling planet, with Venus standing still and beginning to go retrograde. And it is, as I said, it's because it's a ruling planet, it makes it that much more important and brings it to matters or speaks to matters that much closer to the heart. What I love about this month for you is that there is heart, but there is also mind. There is an understanding that you're learning lessons in love, but you still have your intellect. And that's going to allow you to navigate this month with a real sense of self-awareness that can only lead to more love.